8 resources that are making individuals rich. Welcome to CASHBAK channel, the classic street billionaires magnate. For more information on financial prospects and 100% effective passive income ideas, like, subscribe, and share on Facebook. Always look at the explanation links, then take quick action to improve your life. Energizing to have you back for another extremely fascinating Tuesday persuasive video. Most of the local area is keen on creating financial well-being. So we investigated what makes up the arrangement of most rich people. This one isn't centered around how to bring in cash. Yet, rather how you manage the cash coming in to strengthen your wealth. Lock in A lectures, you're going to get one amazing training today. On the whole, the super nuts and bolts for those of you new to this phrasing, you want to learn the difference among resources and liabilities. Resources. Put cash in your pocket. Liabilities cost you cash. The more resources you have bringing in cash for you, the more extravagant you are. Straightforward stuff, isn't that so? So, the following are 15 resources that are making the rich much more extravagant. Number 1, cash directly up. Cash in a bank store is procuring you premium. Pretty clear. The drawback is the premium settled up by banks nowadays isn't. In any event, staying aware of expansion, yet cash is still a priority. Apple. The organization has more than $200 billion in real money saves. That is liquidity. So for what reason do rich individuals keep such a decent piece of their abundance in real money? Holds 2 reasons. 1, having the option to get to any open door that introduces itself, which is pretty plain as day. In the event that you think about it, the arrangement of your fantasies is before you and you don't have the means to exploit it. This is one of the principal justifications for why rich individuals set aside money, and 2, the subsequent explanation is on the grounds that they can get better yields directly from cash bargains. Besides the fact that individuals offer better evaluating for cash, however, you can likewise loan cash with exorbitant premium. This training is called distributed loaning. Assuming you're falling short on pay and ready to face the challenge, there are a lot of stages out there that proposition shared loaning administrations. Fundamentally, you loan individuals your cash and they repay you with premium. The typical bank is presenting under 1% premium on your store, while distributed loaning varies from 7 to as high as 15 to 20%, yet kindly remember that assuming something is unrealistic, it presumably is. Keep up with our judicious psyche while financial planning. Number 2, land. This is a big one. We buy and buy affection land. Why? 1. Once more, 2 reasons. 1, least cash is coming in each and every month with the base measure of work. In the event that you're a piece more brilliant, you can exploit the innovation enhancements happening at present. And on second thought of conventional rents, do momentary rental for more significant returns. However, it isn't as laden to the subsequent contention is appreciation populace. Numbers are going up. Indeed, even with the COVID episode, and that's just the beginning, and more individuals need a spot to live or lease. The interest is expanding, so costs for properties are steady. Just going up, and they perpetually will, making land perhaps of the best speculation one might actually make with regards to land resources. You have 1, private structures. Individuals live in your properties and pay you lease to places of business. Individuals work in their property and pay you lease. 3, business structures. Organizations utilize your space to sell stuff and pay you destroyed for land, which can be developed, created, or even left for appreciation. Very significant. Port. The house you live in isn't a resource. It's an obligation. It costs you cash to live in it. Wallet isn't placing any new cash in your pocket. Number 3, bonds. We will give you the EI5 rendition of this. At the point when state-run administrations or organizations may be in need of money, they can give up something many refer to as bombs, which gets sold. Intrigued? Financial backers through these securities, the public authority or the business commitments to pay the individual purchasing the securities a specific measure of cash consistently, by and large bonds. An expiry date on them from 1 month as long as 30 years. These are really protected speculations since they're generally upheld by the public authority. However, as you presumably know at this point, generally safe and business means low rewards too. Bonds are generally in the 3% yearly return range, which is superior to what most banks offer. Yet, not sufficiently high to get a beginner financial backer invigorated. When the security arrives at its end, the chief sum is returned to the financial backer the principal ways. Individuals purchase bonds or one straightforwardly leave from the depository division or two through a brokerage firm. Number for stocks. Stocks are not quite so confounded as those money road firms make you accept. Stocks are a simple way for you to claim a level of a publicly exchanged business. In the event that a business issues 10 million offers and you own 1 million of those seats, you're a 10% proprietor in the business. This staggering leap forward in monetary instruments has permitted the normal individual to possess a stake in probably the most worthwhile organizations of our. With extremely low passage boundaries, this is the way much you need to pay to buy one offer into these organizations. There are numerous stages out there that permit you to buy this kind of offer and put resources into the stock market. The most widely recognized and moving stages for purchasing and exchanging stocks right presently are, in addition to 500 eToro Exchange, 24, Robinhood, Revolut, thus on. Coincidentally, we're not subsidiary with any of these organizations, in spite of the fact that they ought to connect, since it would be extraordinary contextual analysis separating how to make cash utilizing these stages. Will look out for an email. Number 5, shared and file spots. On the off chance that stocks permit you to buy partakes in an organization, individually, common assets and record reserves unite in different organizations. So you're getting involved with the whole bin of companies all in all. For what reason is this better? Fundamentally, you're more broadened. So it's a more secure speculation to make genuinely file reserves are the best performing resource class. The 5 most well-known file reserves are: continuing in no specific request, devotion is zero, enormous cap record, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, SPDR, S&P 500 ETF, Trust Shares Center, S&P 500 ETF, and Schwab S&P 500 List Asset. If you have any desire to begin purchasing stocks one at a time, you're genuinely bound to mess up. You're not going to one of those Marvel dealers that beats the market year over year. You don't have that sort of data, and it's really convoluted to attempt to rival the huge young men, that is where list reserves come in. S&P 500 unites the best 500 performing organizations. At the point when an organization tumbles off the main 500, it gets supplanted with another incredible performing one. The normal annualized all-out return for the S&P 500 file over a past 90 years is 9.8%. Out of the 5 referenced, Vanguard is our top pick. Record assets ought to be in each arrangement of every individual who's hoping to create financial well-being long haul. On the off chance that this is the kind of thing you're keen on, the best you'll comprehend all that you really want to create financial stability in the protected and smooth manner. Number 6, hardware. Whatever produces cash for you or assists you with bringing in cash quicker is viewed as a resource. In the event that you're a rancher, the farm hauler is a resource. In the event that you're a developer, the PC as a resource. On the off chance that you're a Uber driver, your vehicle is a resource. Whether something is a resource or a liability changes, in the event that, assuming it had a direct connection to the cash you're producing, except if your pay is straightforwardly reliant dependent on the vehicle, getting one considers a liability. The fact that people befuddle the two makes it incredibly considered normal. They attempt to legitimize it as a resource, at the point when in all actuality, they're misdealing with their own funds. Because of the absence of poise, you don't require the most costly PC on the market to watch YouTube recordings. Perhaps eventually we'll make a video on the differences among current and non-current resources and what those mean for your bookkeeping. In any case, for the present, we're keeping it basic. Number 7, licenses. Licenses are amazing. For those of you new to them, at the point when you develop a novel, new thing, you can safeguard your innovation by recording a patent. A report confirms you as the creator and depicts exhaustively how your development manages this security setup. Organizations have to pay cash to utilize your advancement. On the off chance that they don't, you get to sue them. Licenses are amazingly strong and important in the business world. A solitary patent can make you rich, and the very best developments are upheld by licenses. Just to place things into viewpoint, here are the majority of the US licenses got a year ago. Also, here's the organization with the most licenses. Truly consistently, yet not simply huge organizations depend on licenses. Keep in mind, the smooth it made north of $3 billion in deals. Scott Stilling created the Koosh ball, which got purchased out by Hasbro for $100 million back in '97. That animatronic fish you saw in everyone's wall of Fu quite a while back called Motormouth. Billy Bass is likewise worth more than $100 million. Furthermore, the list continues forever. Wizardry 8-ball hula circles or anything you've seen on Shark Tank or the Tala Shopping Channel. Number 8. Brand names. On the off chance that licenses safeguard your creation, brand names safeguard your images, words or expressions. It's really self-evident why this is no joking matter when it comes to the logo or the name of a brand. Be that as it may, here's where things get very intriguing. On the off chance that you own an important exchange mark that has an attractive worth, you can permit it to individuals to involve it for. Thanks for watching and keep up with us. CSB have you covered now and always.